doing?
Wow, it actually said it live streamed pretty quickly.
Interesting. Is mic distance okay for me?
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh god, Knobs. How great was Infinity Chicken's wife, by the way?
Oh man. Oh man, I haven't laughed that hard since. Well, I don't know, not really this moment, but I still like. I came across that video where that chick with the melon and the catapult. They go, whap.
Oh man.
What?
But
Really
no, Infinity Chicken's wife. So we're all playing horde mode, and she's, I'm gonna say, a fairly loud talker, and he kept muting her. I'm like, no, you need to let her go because this is gold. This is gold. And then she's so upset. She posted one of those Facebook posts, lies like, "Hey, I got accepted to MasterChef," and then she was upset at all the people that congratulated her.
Yep.
Oh man, that was funny. Was that what got us laughing really hard?
It was that, and then she lost her poopsicles, and she started giggling, and then she's got one of those.
Oh yeah,
contagious
she's got
laughs.
a great laugh. Like one of those really good belly laughs, and
I can't take a belly laugh. It will get me going every time.
The four of us couldn't stop. Like, you know, these mutants in here,
going
my
nuts.
dogs, are going crazy. Boomer's like snapping at my face.
You're crying.
I can't.
Oh,
breathe.
I was legit tears at one point.
Oh god.
Awesome. But yeah, I guess cross-platform works pretty well.
Yeah, I know a while ago I tried it with somebody, and we couldn't get the party. They couldn't jump into the party, and the voice chat was a little bit iffy, but it seemed to work absolutely fine this time.
If I couldn't hear him tapping on keys, I never would have guessed he was playing a PC.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. That's cool.
Yeah, it was really surprising, to be honest. Like, it worked like an absolute dream. Connections-wise, it was perfect. Party chat worked fantastically.
It's nice to see when that stuff just works.
Yeah.
Scuttle. What do you want? Yeah, you're trapped in here with me. Because you're a dumbass and you didn't leave.
Bro.
What happened?
Oh no, he's trapped in there with you.
But don't you understand? He's not trapped in there with you. You're trapped in there with him.
Well, he's happy because the other cat isn't going to attack him. Alright, let's give it another minute, and then, we'll get started.
I'm going to do my best to not sniffle my way through this episode.
That's alright, I've done it in plenty of episodes. Get the hell out of here. Okay, I don't think we have anything to chat about here at the beginning. Do I have everything up and open?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of these people in dinosaur suits.
Like the T-Rex, inflatable T-Rex?
Like, oh my, that is just amazing. Why would you even think to do that?
I literally have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Hold on, I gotta get this. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That suit is one of my favorite things.
What the hell, man?
It's so good.
Come on, Boomer, I want to have some fun.
Every time I see something posted with that T-Rex outfit, I can't handle it.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Dante.
so.
Have you seen the one of them doing American Ninja in
Yes.
that? It's so good.
It's,
He's got tiny little arms.
that suit, you just. And then there's the head just
Yeah.
stands.
It's too
Speaking
good.
of heads, did you watch the Thanksgiving episode of Bob's Burgers?
No.
The new one? I haven't seen the new one.
Tina writes a musical.
Oh shit.
I might
Good.
have, but
Turkey.
no, I haven't seen it then.
I'm gonna have to go watch it.
Oh man, I love that show so much.
It's-
Yep.
Did you see the episode with the gingerbread houses yet?
I don't think so. I'm a couple episodes behind.
Oh,
Same.
all right. Let me set the scene. So, Fish Odor and a bunch of old rich guys have a gingerbread house building competition in the basement. Awesome. And of course, Bob gets invited to it.
I can't believe that show is still that good. I thought it would have jumped the shark a while ago.
I think the cast, like the writing staff and the voice actors are just because Bob's reactions to so many things, like H. John Benjamin does that. Oh god,
Oh god.
Yeah.
No.
so well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Kristen Shaw as Louise is so good.
Oh yeah, she's possibly one of my favorite characters. Like I've rewatched the bank episode where Mickey first gets introduced.
Oh right.
And when she's talking on the phone, she's trying to interview him, and the cop keeps trying to grab the phone, and she just turns around and yells like, "It's my daddy!"
Yeah.
Hello, Mickey. So how about this, and the cop reaches for the phone. It's my dad. Like it's just such a good like hair in that episode is amazing.
I think the perfect episode with Louise is when she finds that taffy man when they're going to look.
Oh yeah.
Bob screams down the hall. It's like, do you want your last words on this earth to be sarcastic? Just
No.
no.
That's so good.
Or the little lady with the dog that was friends with a python that
Oh,
got dressed
yeah.
up.
That whole episode is so good.
Oh, that show was great.
A comfortable Louise.
All right,
Not
you guys
named
ready
after
to
Bob's Vegas.
kick this thing off?
And I actually find Tina hilarious.
She keeps getting better and better. I think my favorite scene with her is when Bob is trying to teach her to drive in that empty parking lot, except for that one car.
Yeah.
My wife and I
Okay,
were in tears.
Turn to.
So good.
It didn't occur to me, but one of mine and Jess's friends is literally Tina.
Oh no.
She is Tina embodied in human form, and it's kind of ridiculous how similar they are.
Including a real love for butts.
Yes, a real love for butts and a real love for zombies.
When she does that one dance where she's like,
Yeah. Oh man. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
yes.
As ready as we're gonna be. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me, as always, is Mr. Knobs and Moonpier.
Hello.
Moonpier is a little under the weather this week. One piece of programming news here at the beginning. It's almost time for us to record our 2017 predictions episode. So, go waltz over the forums and put your predictions in the forums, and they'll end up on the show. Crazy, realistic, we like both of them. So, get them in. You have until, I think we record on the 18th.
Yes.
So you have until basically the 17th, and then I'll sort of lock that thing up. So, get your predictions in. You could be, this time next year, most correctest of 2017.
Well, I'm almost 100% sure that I know I am going to be least correctest again.
Yeah, I get to
dunno,
do
dude.
predictions this year, though. So
Yeah, you
that's-
do.
That's a thing I have to remember to do, hopefully.
Well, I still have no wireless headset.
Yeah. This year could be your year, Knobs.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
going to happen.
All right, let's get down into it. Knobs, what have you been playing this past week?
Alrighty, so we had a relatively small group show for Monday Night Game Night, so we decided to do Monday Night Horde, which was awesome. Since we had that little bit of a talk last week about Horde mode and the classes and whatnot, and being able to have more specialized people in our groups, seems to have rekindled the love of Horde even more than we already did.
Uh-oh.
So I spent all my gift cards on Horde packs.
All of them.
All of them. Don't ask me how many because it was a lot.
Okay.
So I have a lot of level 5 cards now, and a lot of the rare cards at level 2. So yeah, right now I think my goal is to get all my classes up to at least level 5. That way I can equip 3 power cards, and be able to be somewhat proficient with all the characters, kind of filling the void that needs to be filled.
Yeah. I got my scout up to 5 last night after being surreptitiously dumped onto the scout class. It's like, well...
Hey, no. You did that to yourself. If you weren't such a miser about being so on point about only I can pick up the power, which opens me up to troll you for hours.
Yes, you do. And you keep on doing it, and so does Scott. You're both as bad as each other.
It just fuels Knobs.
Yeah,
yes.
That's his power.
Yeah, you don't understand. Like, that button is going to keep getting pushed.
Yep.
Oh, I'm aware.
He'll never get sick of it.
No, I was like, hey, there's a 3-1 over here. Let you get as close as you can.
Yep. And then do a little dive roll into it right before I can grab it. Which he actually did, and then did that little laugh he's just done over the chat, and everybody's like, what happened?
Knobs is the rat that will get electrified reaching for the cheese every time. Because cheese is really good. And a little bit of pain, that's fine.
It's worth it. It's worth it every time.
We could lose Horde mode, but I trolled Moonpeer, so I win.
It's a win. Exactly. I'm going to check that up in the big win column for this game.
But you got to admit, though, I mean, you saw the level of energy we were sitting at. We were so much better prepared.
Oh, well, we were playing on casual. Come on. Like, I don't find that as impressive as what it should. If we were playing on normal, yeah, I think we would give us a good chance to finish that relatively easily.
Boy, how 3 weeks have changed. Before you're like, normal? What are you, crazy? Like, how are we going to do this? And now you're like, casual. Pfft. What are you doing?
That's because somebody spent 60 bucks on a whole pack.
Nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
Those numbers have not been disclosed. That's an estimate and rumor.
It's probably more. But just...
Market estimates are trending up.
Yes, they are, because that's not accounting the other $20 I spent the week before.
Knobs, just don't do that math. Just
yeah.
I can't. No, it literally is. It's Pin Packs 3.0.
Yep.
Like, I can't help it. I like opening boxes.
Wait, what was Pin Packs 2.0?
Well, that would have been, I don't know. 3.0 because it's Horde 3.0.
Oh, there
is
you
it
go.
Horde 3.0?
No, it's 4.0.
Stop it.
I'm just winding
what
you
was
up.
3.0?
It is 3. This is Horde 3.
You. But again, like, it's so, like, I was primarily thinking I was just going to be a soldier the whole time, not really experiment with any of their classes. And now that I'm playing more classes, like, I'm starting to see the advantages and how they would work a lot better in a group. Because we played late one night with Infinity Chicken, which I wasn't even playing. Like, I was playing solo. Like, I am grinding Horde mode right now.
Yeah,
just
me too.
Trying to get whatever free chance I get just to grind just a little bit more XP on classes and whatnot. So I was soloing it, and then Infinity Chicken jumps in. I'm like, cool. Let's go back here. We'll start over again, and then you signed on, and then somehow it got switched down to casual.
Who was host again?
Probably me, because I really don't pay attention. This is why I don't
recall.
host things. So we started off, and I was rolling. Was I doing a sniper class that night?
Yeah, you was, because you were the sniper, I was the scout, and Infinity was the engineer.
The engineer, yeah. And wow, man, what a marked improvement on turrets. Those
Yup.
things are, wow. I didn't realize I would never jump on them because they were kind of okay in the first two horde modes.
Hmm.
These are, oh,
Yeah, they're so
I mean,
powerful, but
they're
so
so
expensive.
accurate. They're
Mhm.
so accurate. But yeah, so I finally got my sniper up to level 3, and explosive headshots are amazing.
That sounds incredible.
Which, by the way, that was the exact text message I got at like 11 o'clock yesterday morning, I believe. It was just literally explosive headshots are amazing.
They are. I mean, it's so satisfying. And then it was funny. So, like, I'm playing by myself, and I am just headshotting everything. I am seeing the Matrix. Every shot I shoot lands, and it's exploding. I'm getting double, triple kills all over the place. And then I finally get Infinity Chicken in my game. I was like, I went cross-eyed. Like, I was like, these things are you ready for the madness? And then I couldn't do it. Like,
I couldn't bring the madness.
Well, it's like the wave bonuses. Like, we sit there, it's like, oh, there's 7 headshots this wave, and we'll get a bonus for it. It's like, there you go, Nobs, it's all you. Whiff, whiff,
yeah,
whiff, whiff.
choke. I just choke. It's so bad. I did play as a heavy class for a couple rounds, and I think I might get down with that. I think I need 2 cards to really make the heavy class really good. Because the boom shot, 6 rounds is not enough.
Yeah.
No, you need the extra ammo card.
I have my level 5 extra ammo card for 10, but I want the 100% damage increase.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I can't choose between which one I want because there was one I went for, like I was getting swarmed by juvies, and I'm like, screw this. I just blasted a boom shot in the ground to get a quint. Because I had to, how many opportunities you get to get 5 kills in one shot?
Yeah.
True.
Had to take it. Mark that as rare. But no, horde mode it's fantastic. Like I think this put another chain of life into this mode that I didn't really didn't think it needed, but it's a very welcome addition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The only issue I have with it is the time constraints, like, needed to level everything up and get all those cards.
Well, it not so much the time constraints, but the XP creep for the classes is so slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wish your bounties would apply to that, to the class you collect the bounty in. Like, dude, give me 10% of what that bounty works. Just give me 1,000 XP would be great. Like, and I get 10,000 for my overall arching level and gears.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing that I could really find to complain about, because to do it normally, you would have to play 8,000 rounds of casual.
Jeez.
Yep.
To hit level 10.
Mm-hmm. Which is a little stupid.
But you know what? People are gonna do it.
Yeah, they are. But the worst thing is, even more people are gonna go out and just drop $200 on the game between now and when they stop playing it, just to reach that extra little mile to give them the cards to make it easier to go higher difficulties.
Is that all it's gonna cost?
No. We just looked into the mouth of madness here.
Yeah, we did.
Now I was doing the math, going like, oh well, that's okay, yeah, that might be worth it.
I mean, for the amount of time I'm going to play with it. But then again, like, I don't like doing that. Like, the cards I get, because they're little tchotchkes. Like, it's just one of those things that you're always going to have. And plus, it's like your doubles, you scrap your doubles to make the cards you really want.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm perfectly okay with that stuff. It's just the leveling. Like, I hope they do what Battlefield does every once in a while. There's a double XP Horde weekend.
Yeah, all games that have any sort of multiplayer or co-op should do that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, no, with Title Update 1, they did double up on Class XP and credits earned.
Oh, nice.
So, it used to be more.
It used to be more?
Yeah, before Title Update 1.1 came out, you only got half the credits and half the Class XP you're getting now.
Yeah, because I have noticed, I fixed Donnie's Xbox Live just so I could play Horde with him.
Nice.
And so, he left to go do something with the kids or whatnot, and I'm down there and I'm spending all his coins. Like, but dude, he was sitting on 4,800 tokens.
I went through it 2 or 3 times, how to spend them.
It doesn't matter. All he had to do was call tech support. That's all he had to do.
Which
he
is
had some weird little issue that just kept doubling up his credit payment, and it was canceling itself out. All you had to do is phone call, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Horde mode's great. Oh, and I like and the skins are really good too. Like I've been rocking the JD Day of the Dead skin. I love those skins.
Nice.
That was great. I was so mad I unlocked what's the one dude's, the other guy. The other Day of the Dead skin. I can't remember his name. That would be a surprise.
Yeah. Real cross-platform collaboration.
I really enjoy that, and even the skins for the guns look awesome. They got like the skulls and the roses and everything on them. Like they're very well done, very well. Okay, so Horde mode. Scratch you off. I caved and I bought Darksiders because that game's really good.
It's only $20.
$15 with Gamers Club Unlocked.
Nice.
Oh,
I mean, for $20, even if you only play it for a couple hours and say, like, yeah, Darksiders is still good, that's fine.
Yeah.
I forgot how dark that voice acting is. And, War is Asura.
Oh, really?
Asura's Wrath.
Wow.
Did not put that together till this last time I played this.
That's cool.
But the seals were locked. I answered the call. I'm like, oh, this game is so good.
One of the best starts and best finishes to a game. Like,
yeah.
All in all, it's great, but the start of that and the end of that game just amp it to a whole nother level.
Oh, yeah, and those names and the angels and everything, man, that is a good game.
Yeah.
So, great. I'm going to be in that train for a while. And lastly, my last impulse purchase was Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator.
Ah.
Yeah, my thumb isn't built for that game anymore.
Yeah, we don't have the thumb strength anymore.
Like, I don't have that callus here like I used to.
Yeah, that was
because I can't play with the tip of my thumb anymore.
Guilty Gear thumb.
But man, that game is gorgeous.
Yeah, I think.
I picked that up for the PlayStation 4, by the way. So.
Oh, nice. I think everyone, when they heard that, it was going to be a 3D engine this time, we were like, nah. I mean, sprites though, and then you see it in action, and you're like, okay, whatever. That looks great.
Yeah.
Screw it.
That's it. It doesn't matter.
And then the camera tilts every once in a while, and you're just like, yes, good, great.
Yeah, I still, I start off first one, just roll with Soul, because you have to.
Yep.
Because he is the best character.
Yep.
He's so overpowering, and and I like that the boost when it's applied to like any character actually changes their form. Like I think that's, and I love the metal music that pops in when he's in that mode.
Oh, those games are so good.
Oh, it is. It's like I'm having trouble doing like the half circle back forward special. Like I had that down to, it was automatic at points.
Yeah.
Where like that one with the catch uppercut and the fist with the EX when it would flash like black and red.
Yeah.
I catch you guys in that all the time.
Just
like it was so great.
I was like, I'm coming in for the kill. Whoop, nope. Got socked in the mouth.
Coming in, get your belly cut, and boom, overhand right.
Yeah.
Great White hyped it, like overhand right. But yeah, so I'm trying to get back into that. I don't know if I don't have someone really to play with, whether I can really get back into a fighting game like that.
Yeah.
And with that being said, like I'm really close to putting whatchamacallit back in my Xbox downstairs. Is I really want to play some more DOA.
That's right.
I really enjoy that game a lot.
I have that for PS4.
DOA last
Just throwing it out there.
No, I'm just gonna go buy another
how
copy of Last
how
Round.
about you pick up? Do you have Guilty Gear Revelator?
No, I have the first one. Yeah, I
should have corded it. I should have bought that one.
Yeah, well, it's probably cheap now. I will add Revelator to my GameFly queue.
It's a good game. It's a good game, but outside of the mobile games I've been playing, that's pretty much it for me.
Moon, what you got?
I'll start where Nobs left off. Animation Throwdown, same old. Really good game. Play it if you haven't.
Oh, I probably got a legendary. That wasn't Tina. Linda. I got a legendary Linda.
Ooh,
What?
nice.
What?
Yeah. Well, I also came across on one of the levels where, what's the one-eyed chick from Futurama?
Leela?
Leela has this thing where she turns into like one of the cards that comes. She goes into this like ripped butterfly.
Yep.
That card is what it is.
Yep.
Like, it rolls me every time it comes up.
Yep, same here. I can't remember the name of the card, but yeah, that rolls me all the time as well. I did
Same
get
thing
Tina.
with Farnsworth Gargoyle Hunter. Like I can't beat that card.
I did get Tina at last to go with my Bob's Burgers deck, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, play it if you haven't played it. We
Let's give it a
speak about
shot.
it like every week. Play it already.
Yeah.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes I've been playing now. I haven't really spoken that much about this game here because, to be honest, I started it way before it was in the state it's in now. So I've been slowly introduced to a lot. I mean, I think you said, Boston, you tried it, but there's so much stuff inside that game.
Yeah, it introduces you pretty nicely, but there's you start peeling it back, and it's like, oh, okay, oh, there's more. Oh, wow, there's still more stuff. Okay,
Yep.
this is a lot.
Well, they increased the level cap recently to 85, and like I was at 80 for about 6 months before they've done that kind of thing. But with the increase, they introduced ships, so now there is ship battling inside of it.
Oh, jeez.
Which is really weird because you have to match the pilots with the ships, so you can get Wedge and Biggs as X-Wings, but you need to unlock Wedge and Biggs before you can use Wedge and Biggs as X-Wings.
Weird.
And so on and so forth. I like it, but I kind of don't. I think the only reason
Didn't Biggs fly an A-Wing?
I don't know. All I know is he has an X-Wing.
I just know what the game tells me.
Yes.
Was it a snow speeder? What was that one thing?
I think they both flew X-Wings in the trench run.
Yeah. I think one of them or both of them did fly snow speeders as well.
They're very talented. They fly a wide range of flying vehicles.
Yes. They are the pilots of the future.
Yeah. And from Final Fantasy VI.
I do like it. It's so much more on top of what you've already got in that game, and it's one of those things now where it's like I don't feel confident recommending this game to people anymore because it's like if you're in, you're in. If you're not, it's so much more on top of everything else that you need to try and get into. So play if you want. We do have a guild on there, and it's doing pretty well. Well,
yeah, don't let me set up the guild because I'll mess it up.
Yeah, which we all know by now.
Yeah.
Other than that, back to actual quote-unquote proper games. Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, hey.
Am I okay to not spoil anything to do with the plot, but to spoil something to do with the gameplay in this, 4-year-old game?
This game's like, what, 2 years old now? 3 years?
It was cross-generation, so if that tells you anything.
Yeah, so at least 2, if not 3. Yeah, go ahead.
There was a second area. What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they don't
Yeah,
talk
we
about
weren't spoiling that for anyone.
They don't tease it. They don't do anything like that. It's like, oh, here you go. You've done all this stuff in this part of the world. Oh,
Yeah, so let's double it.
yeah, let's give you a whole new area to go to. And I do like it though, because then the second area is very green compared to the very brownness of the first area. I really did enjoy it. I've actually finished it now. Done everything I can do without playing any of the DLC in it. I did like it a lot. It's a little dated now, so it does suffer from a little bit of that. You can tell it's kind of old. Like the camera's too close in some spots. The controls are just not responsive in certain situations, but the systems in play in that game are incredible. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't played it, I'm sure you can get it for next to nothing now.
Yeah.
So I think, if I remember right, I think it might have been Nobs' Game of the year it came out.
I think so.
And yeah, I can't help but say pick it up on that recommendation as well, because it's well worth the time you put into it. I know a couple of people, like Newsom was telling me he bounced off it, and I think I was kind of saved because I was doing it bit by bit. Like, I didn't try and jump in and do it all at once. Like, it's been a 3-week process of me starting it and now finishing it. After that, I played a bunch of Forza Horizon 3. You talking about your desire for roads got me back into it in kind of a hard way. Like, I went in and it was just like, okay, I'm going to clear out this entire area. I'm going to do all the exhibitions, all the championships. I did one area, which you can confirm is a whole lot of events.
It's a lot of races.
Like, I did all of the desert area now. All of that is done.
Jeez.
Is it a rare achievement?
It's very rare.
It's
a spinning gem.
You're so lucky I've just come back from Cleveland, otherwise you'd be getting slapped.
You could try. I'll get you a stool to stand on.
No.
Double burn.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's still great. I think you mentioned last week, Boston, that you're like hopping in and doing a couple of hours and then, hopping out kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing the exact same thing now. I've got like an hour, I'll do a couple of races in Forza and then jump onto something else. Or Scott, Donnie, Nobs, and Chicken, all the other people aren't online yet for Gears, so do I play single player Horde or do I play a couple of races of Forza?
Right.
Like,
well, and they just announced a new piece of DLC for Forza Horizon 3 coming out on the 13th. It's like some snowy mountain area. Looks super cool.
Yeah, I saw the promotional screenshot for it, and it got me really interested in it.
Yeah.
Which is still... I don't know if that's included in the season pass. Or, sorry, the VIP pass.
Yeah, that's the only problem I have with Forza is... season passes are now a thing. It's fine. I really, really wish they would be a lot clearer about their season passes, VIP passes, whatever they want to call it. Especially watching Drive Club, where you bought that season pass for, I think it was like $40, and you got something crazy like $200-something worth of content by the time that was done, with tracks and cars and stuff. I know with Forza you usually get all the cars that come out, but it'd be nice to know, because I know they did a piece of DLC for Forza Horizon 2, right? Like that Storm Island, whatever it was.
Yeah, Storm Island was not included in the season pass, I believe.
That's a bummer.
I think I think that's why they've renamed it with 3 to be the VIP pass rather than the season pass. Oh, you're a VIP, you'll get double this, you'll get double spins, double XP, double credits, you'll get all of the cars, but you don't get the core DLC content.
Right.
Like, you get the cars and all that kind of stuff, you just don't get this big expansion.
I mean, if it's less than $20, that's probably fine. But if it's $30, then that would feel a bit not greedy, but a bit of a bummer for a game that's really good. Because they probably won't have a Game of the Year edition. They never really do for the Forza games.
Yeah,
so,
they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably end up picking it up, the Snowy Mountain or whatever it's called, when it comes out. But we'll see what happens when it gets here, kind of thing, and how much it is before we actually pick it up. While I was in Cleveland, I did play some Res.
Ooh.
Some Area X.
Yeah.
And I think again, back to last week, Boston. You two said it right. It's the worst and the best. Here is the potential.
Yeah.
Now live without it ever again.
Right. That's in your brain. Good luck.
Yeah. This is what it could be. Maybe you'll get it 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
If they're making a new Windjammers or something, I'm pretty sure that they can eventually get back around to Res.
I would like to hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, especially because the experience that you had is probably a little bit better than some people have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big, massive projector.
Oh my god, dude. It pops. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And plus, the new, I upgraded the subwoofer too, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I was upstairs watching a movie while Scott was playing Titanfall, and I could hear everything that was going on. So, that should give you an idea, kind of thing. Other than that, the
I
last
didn't hear
game...
you. Would you say something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boof,
exactly.
boof, boof.
Pretty much. The last game I've been playing is Hitman.
Ooh.
Once again, this game is ridiculous. I've actually got an elusive target I need to find and kill. On a level I don't know yet, which is kind of a problem with coming into it as late as I have. I haven't mastered the levels. I don't know the layouts. Because I'm taking it like I would have done if I was getting it as they came out. So I'm going to do everything I can in Paris, then move on to the next maps and the next maps and the next maps. The current elusive target, it makes me sad because it's a little bit too close to real life sometimes. This one is a nurse from the UK who basically killed her patients.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, she's a nightingale, huh?
Yes, and quite recently, within like the past 5 years or so, I believe 2 women in England have been convicted of that exact crime.
Jeez. Let's just stick to Gary Busey, Hitman.
Yes. Like, last week was great. Last week, yeah, it was last week, was the TV celebrity chef who was abusive as all kinds to his posse that he rolled around with.
Nice.
But
Posse.
this is like
Yes.
this is like the little old lady with the hat on, like the little old lady hat and the stooped walk, and walking around talking about how her husband would have loved these lamps. It's like, I've got to find some way to murder you, and it's very, very difficult.
What's wrong with the lamps? Why does someone die over the lamps?
What isn't wrong with them, Nobs?
It's because it's in Marrakesh, and because she's an old lady, they're all foreign. You know what it's like.
That's no excuse to kill someone over lamps.
No, I'm killing her because she killed everybody else.
In his defense, she was really mean.
I must be focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, that game, I think I said it the first week I was talking about it. It is the ultimate game of how risky do you want to set up your dominoes and then hit that first domino and hope everything falls into line.
Yeah.
It's really good about like allowing you to get out of tricky situations, but it is kind of like the old Splinter Cell games, where it's like if you're in a firefight, you are going to die.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
I mean, it was even like that in the Batman games, where it's, I mean, anytime they put 2 bullets in you, you're already dead.
Yeah, exactly. I'm enjoying it way too much, to be honest. It's going into the levels, figuring out exactly what opportunities you have at your disposal, and then, oh, hey, I'm going to be a carpet seller, and this person's going to come up to my stall, and I'm going to poison them with a needle as they're walking away from my stall, and nobody's going to know I did it.
Right.
Oh, like little Assassin's Creed little...
Yeah, a little... And then you walk away, and it's done. It's so open world, it's kind of a little scary, but give it a bit of time, and it's actually fantastic.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all I've been playing.
I played a little bit of 3 games and a lot of 1, so let's start with all the little ones. I got back into No Man's Sky after that big Foundation update, if I remember correctly they're calling it.
Yeah, 1.1, isn't it?
Yeah. I did not build a base yet. The hard part about it is now you can build a base and you can set a planet as your home planet, and you can sort of teleport back to it from I don't know what my dog's freaking out about.
That's a great bark. I love that.
But the real bad part about it is, I know you can sort of dismantle your base at any time and then move it to another platform, and you won't really lose any materials, but I kind of want to find the perfect planet to build my base on, because I only really want to build it once, and I found a really great planet a while ago. It was this huge, beautiful, grassy planet. It had these...
But the sun screams, right?
What's that?
The sun screams.
Yeah. And it had, like, rock arches all over the place, and I have no idea how to get back to there. So, the journey continues. I think the thing they should have led with, instead of, hey, it's got base building, is, hey, we fixed the interface.
Is it better now? Because what I've seen of it, it's a little off-putting.
I think the main inventory interface is still needs a little bit of TLC. It's a little bit better, but it's not really there where you feel like you can control it super well. But they made two changes for me that I thought were pretty important. One was, when you're in space and you're looking at a planet and you scan it, it'll now tell you what materials are found on that planet. So, like, if it's just a planet that's nothing but copper, and you're already full up on copper and you're just waiting to go sell it, you already know you don't have to go there. There's nothing down there for you. Or if you're really low on, platinum, you can scan around these planets and say, all right, this is the one I'm going to go land on and get all the stuff I need. I think that's a pretty big benefit. The other one is they introduced a quick bar. Basically, you hit down on the D-pad, and there's a series of icons pops up, and it's basically opening the star map, it's recharging your weapons, recharging your shields, and a whole bunch of other stuff for your ship that they should have had in for launch, because it makes fighting other ships way easier now. Because before, they would attack your shields, and you have to go in your menu, find your shields, click on it, and say, all right, I want to select one of these other things to recharge my shields. Now you just hit down, you hit left or right a couple times, you hit X, and then your shields are recharged, and you can go back to shooting.
Yeah.
So I think Foundation Update is probably the best way they could have said it, because it does lay that foundation for, hey, we're fixing a lot of the annoyances in this game, and we're starting to build upon this game we've made, but I don't think this is the patch that's going to make it fun for people that didn't think it was fun before. Like, it's not, it's not like, when Terraria would come out with a giant update and everyone's like, okay, now you can come back, they've done 50 to 60 different things, and now all these problems you had were resolved. I think No Man's Sky will get there, but 1.1 is not yet that patch. If you already enjoyed it, it's a little less annoying, but I think if you hated it, now's not the time to come back. Not quite yet. I have been so there was this article on a bunch of video game sites that was making fun of Microsoft because they released the Microsoft Solitaire collection on iOS, and I thought, that's dumb. Why would I want to do that? I've been playing a lot of that. Mostly because I can hold a baby with one hand and I can play Solitaire with one hand. They have the interface right, and they put all the spacing correctly, so I can actually play that with just one hand. So I've been playing a lot of that, and thankfully it's just the Solitaire collection that's also on Windows 10. So it's the 5 different modes. It's the daily challenges. It's the achievements for your achievements.
Yes.
And all that, and it's free. So
that's pretty good.
It's the right price for Solitaire.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. Dimebag, not yet. Actually, that's up next. I started Final Fantasy 15. I think I'm 3 to 4 hours in. I haven't spent a ton of time. because I like it and I wanted to finish my next game before I forgot to finish that. Man, Final Fantasy 15 is really different. It's full-on open world. Just it's almost Ubisoft style open world. Although I haven't been able to climb any towers to scan stuff. You just go to town and talk to somebody.
I think clearly they're missing something if they haven't got any towers.
Yeah, I mean maybe some DLC.
Do you climb dragons?
Square doesn't do towers.
It's true. I still really like the battle system. They said they were going to change it for the full release from the first demo, and they did in that they made it a lot more actiony. So the thing that I like about it the most is you're wandering around, and basically enemies jump you. There's no whooshing in loading screen anymore or anything like that. Enemies just, jump you, and the interface comes up. Hands down, my favorite thing is when you lock onto an enemy and you hit triangle, the warp strike is still in there, and basically you throw your sword at the enemy and you teleport to your sword after it's landed in them. And number one, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And number two, it prevents the annoying thing that happens in a lot of open world RPGs, which is there's an enemy over there and you gotta saunter and run after an enemy to try and catch up to them. This is just you teleport to them and then you're fighting the crap out of them. I didn't really know what to expect from Final Fantasy 15 because I hadn't really been keeping up on it. And on Picking Up the Pixels, this week's episode, we dive really deep into it, so I'm not going to dive too deep in here. I think I am surprised at how much I immediately liked it, and I think part of that is... So the whole story at the beginning is it's 4 dudes on a road trip, and it's their car, and it's an open world, and you're just trying to get to somewhere. But I think the thing that they did that they haven't done in a really long time is they immediately communicate to you that all 4 of these guys are friends and have been friends for a really long time, because it's almost constant ribbing each other in a way that feels like they've been making fun of each other for these things for like the last 15 years.
So it's Monday Night Road Trip.
Yeah, basically.
I heard that joke the other day, yeah.
I think that's really impressive because I think when you look at especially Final Fantasy 13, Square, and for a lot of people Final Fantasy 12, Square has really fallen down on trying to sell a believable story. I think the story, especially the terms in the story,
fantasy's in the name. At what point is it going to be believable?
Well, I think when you look at Final Fantasy 13, I think that's one of their biggest stumbling blocks because I think you need to sell a coherent story, and that's been a problem for Square for a really long time. Like Final Fantasy 13, they're throwing out these terms like crazy, and you're like, what are you even talking about? Like, you haven't introduced me to anything. And I think in 15, with them focusing so much on this road trip and these 4 people that are in your party the whole time, and you start off with all 4 of them, and it's just friends going through a road trip, I think that makes any storyline stuff that comes up a little bit easier to swallow because you like these characters already, so anything you have to learn about the world is just kind of gravy on top of it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's I am really happy that they put out a game that's good and good immediately, because I think when you look at Final Fantasy 13, Mina had reminded me on Pup, that game didn't get good until 40 hours, which is something I had forgotten stupid. Because it's insane. It's nice to know that they have a game that's immediately grabbed me in the first hour, and just unleashes you on an open world. There are a couple of barricades that you can't pass by, but the stuff that's there is already really, really, really big. And you can buy CDs for your car that is the soundtracks of old Final Fantasy games, and that's awesome.
Yep. I think while we were getting set up last night for a little bit of Horde, Scott and Soulman, Nintendo from the community and Soulman were talking about it, and everything they said, I was just like, oh, I'm interested more. I'm interested more. I'm interested more. Apparently, from the wonderful wisdom of Soulman, if you are driving the car, go really quick and then brake hard, the people sitting in the back will hit their heads on the cushions on the seats in front.
Now.
Yes.
That's great.
But everything I hear about it, all the little touches, makes me want to play it a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time right now to sink into into a big JRPG. Well, I do, but I don't because I've got too many other games to play.
Yeah.
I need to clear off my list before I start adding more stuff.
Well, the good part about Final Fantasy 15 is that's never gonna go out of print. If it does, it'll be like 10 years. So you'll be able to pick it up cheap in 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll have all the bugs worked out. They'll have all the DLC out. I don't know if they'll come out with like a Game of the Year edition or what, but you know, it sounds like they have a pretty considerable amount of DLC they're going to release. So
yeah,
so
it will
far,
be available when I'm ready.
Yeah, so far I'm cautiously optimistic about Final Fantasy 15. I really don't want it to bite me. All the reviews have been really good so far, but I'm really hoping that it's going to stay good, because so far it seems really good. And last but not least, I finished the crap out of Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Holy cow.
And by that I mean I did everything. All of the points of interest, all of the side missions, everything.
Oh my.
It's really good.
Holy crap, that game is... So, number one, that game is really good and is definitely going on my top 10 this year. Number two, I'm really mad I didn't play Human Revolution. I would have really loved that.
Yeah, those games really aren't that undifferent from each other.
No.
Except I think what you did matters more in Human Revolution than Mankind Divided.
Oh, okay.
Mankind Divided, like, I felt like the ending just was like, ugh.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to spoil it, but I think the way they delivered the ending could have been a little bit punchier.
Yeah.
I have to say, I really liked the structure of the game, where it's basically you go do a couple of missions and a whole bunch of side missions, then you go off-site, quote-unquote, to go do a big mission. That's going to take you like 2 hours. And then you come back and you do more, and you kind of rinse and repeat 3 times. And I really liked, I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with the first off-site mission. I won't spoil the last 2, but the first off-site is Golem City. I really, really liked that one. Did
you get lost in it?
No.
Oh my god, I could not find my way around that city.
Yeah, I was lucky and upgraded my jumpy legs pretty early on.
Yeah, I did not.
And I found a bunch of catwalks, and it's just like, oh, So for me, the biggest, I didn't put any points into accuracy or firing. I didn't put any points into health or anything. The 3 most useful things in this game for me were the jumpy legs, remote hacking by and far. Remote hacking is something you should buy immediately.
Yeah, I didn't buy that till late in the game, and by that time I was like, I'm so mad I did. Why did I go all these upgrades for hacking when I could have just done remote hack?
Right, because remote hacking is great, because a lot of times there'll be this pole in front of you, and you look at the top, and it's like, oh, deploy ladder, and then suddenly it just pulls apart, and you have a ladder like 4 stories up in Golem City, and you're like, all right, see you later. I'm skipping half of this environment. That's great. And the last one was the invisibility thing, because I spec'd my character well enough that by the time I got to the second offsite, which I'm, again, not going to spoil, I didn't realize this game is only like 4 months old, so I got to make sure not to spoil anything. I stealthed my way through that entire thing. I did not fight or encounter a single human being. I stealthed from one end to the other, and raised no alarms and got out of there.
What?
Nice.
Yep.
I killed everybody.
Nope. I didn't touch a human being in there. And it was awesome.
I mean, everyone.
Yep.
Like, I would run into a room, pop a couple bullets, turn invisible, and then get everyone to funnel. And it was just headshot, 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 headshot.
Wow. Yeah, no,
There was mountains of bodies.
I only used 2 guns in the whole game. One was the tranq rifle. That was the thing that between that and punching dudes were the ways I was taking out dudes. And I used the pistol with EMP ammo and a silencer to silence cameras and turrets.
Yep.
And that was it. Like, those were the only 2 weapons I used. No grenades, no mines, no nothing. That was a pure ninja. I killed 3 people in that game.
I was about to ask if you did no kills.
I really wish I had more time because I could do a no kill, no alarm run. I'm fairly sure. I killed 2 dudes in the intro, and I killed the final boss. Because there was a thing I picked up that allowed me to one-shot the final boss, and I said, "Yep, click."
What?
We can talk about it offline. It was really good.
I had so much trouble with the dude in the thing with all the other things.
Yep. I interrupted
one
him.
Shot of that took me an hour.
I interrupted him in the middle of a conversation, and I killed him. And it was awesome. Deus Ex, that game so rewards you for exploring every nook and cranny of every environment you go into. I recommend people picking up the Magpie skill upgrade for your eyes, I think it is. And basically it'll highlight like particular important things that you want to go through in the environment and pick up. Because otherwise it'll pick up like, you can throw this printer to go distract guards. But also there's some painkillers over there and a biocell. You need those. And also it'll show you those triangle codes, which are stupid. That's stupid. So for anybody that hasn't played, basically you pick up these triangle codes in the game, and it looks basically like those old Microsoft...
No, it looks like the icon for the rice thing with the seaweed, like the triangle.
Yeah. And it has like... And basically you scan it with the phone app, and it'll unlock exclusive content. It's really just like a YouTube video of some voice actors talking. Like, I think I scanned the first 10 of them, and by that point I was like, I don't care that much about this game's lore to really be interested in this at all.
Yeah.
Do you think you would go back and play Human Revolution?
It is backwards compatible on the Xbox One and cheap, so I am going to put it on my list.
I am actually looking forward to doing that. Myself and my wife we refuse to pick up the new one until the both of us have played the previous one.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we would ignore the previous one and just play the new one.
I actually feel the opposite about that, because I like that they explained the first game well enough. I feel like they didn't spoil it really. Like, I know what the incident is. And
they did the video, didn't they, at the beginning of it?
Yeah, it's only like 12 minutes long, and it was actually really good about, like, here are the dudes you fought, here's who David Seraph is, here's who Megan is, this is what the incident was, and here's what happened in between the 2 games. Mysteries. And then it starts. And I feel like they explained it in a way that was good enough for me to understand it, but left enough mysteries open that I cared about the questions that Mankind Divided were posing.
Okay, can we talk about one of the side missions, the serial killer that was in there?
Oh
that
man,
was attacking?
Those 2 side missions were so good. Did you get both of them?
I think so.
So there was one, and you resolve like who you. Basically, at the end of the first one, you tell the officer who you think the serial killer is.
Yes.
And then later on, when you come back to Prague, you get to confront the serial killer, and it's so good.
How did you resolve? Did you kill her?
No, I didn't.
How?
That'll be a spoiler, but
so I got to the point where I ended up having to confront her, and it went poorly.
Yeah.
And obviously I killed everyone in this game, and then I had to kill the little cop because he wouldn't believe me. I totally capped him with a revolver.
How can I say this without spoiling it? I can't.
He was the most likable person in that game.
Yeah, I can't talk about it without spoiling it, but there is another way out. So you might not have found it.
Probably not, because I was gun ho in that game pretty much.
we'll talk about that later too. But I think the thing that I would recommend people to do, the only thing so there's one mission where the Samizdat newspaper company has you go break into the Palisade Bank's CEO's office.
Yes.
There's another thing you can do in there. So there's that thing. There's a main story mission that I won't spoil.
Are you talking about the puzzle with the lights?
That's part of that mission, yeah. There's another story mission where you can go into the bank and do something that I won't spoil because it's really good. There's another thing you can do in the bank that I would recommend people go do. And I encourage Musim to do it because he's playing it. So basically, I won't spoil it, but there's a point where you want to do it before you go off-site the second time. Because if you don't do it before that, it's going to be way harder. The bank has 2 vaults in it. One of them is, they call it the executive vault. It's basically on the 3rd floor. You can find key cards, get in there, and get a bunch of pretty good stuff. There are also corporate vaults, which companies own, and they are deep in the basement of the bank.
Yes, I never could get in that basement.
Yeah, man, that was a hell of a lot of fun. I got in there, and I broke into all 3 of them, and there's some really good stuff in there, including one-time only weapons, like a special combat rifle.
I guess Nobs is going back to play this game again.
It took me, I think I sat down for about 3 hours one day to try and figure out how to get in there, and when I finally got in there, it was totally worth it, and it was incredible. And there are 3 vaults in there that you need key cards for that you get out in Prague in kind of weird different places. Knobs and I were talking, I think last week, about the Picus card.
Yes.
That's the one that most people seem to get. That opens one of those vaults, and there's 2 more in there. There's 2 more out in the world. It's totally worth it. If you haven't figured it out by the time you're getting ready to leave Prague for the second time, I would say it's good enough that maybe look at the different ways to break in there. I found one of them. I think there's 2 or 3 other ways that you can break in there. It's totally worth it. But this game is really good. I am probably the most surprised out of anyone that I really enjoyed it, and I'm really pissed I didn't play Human Revolution. But the director's cut is backwards compatible on Xbox One and includes that DLC integrated into it, so I guess I need to go spend the $10 and go buy that.
I can't wait to go back and play that again. I got about halfway through it last time and then just hit a brick wall. I think I ended up doing too much work, didn't get round back to it, and then by the time you go back to it, it's a year later, and you don't know where you are, you don't know what you're doing.
And that's why I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy 15, because I put it in and I played an hour, and I was like, oh man, this is... Okay, I need to go over and I need to go finish Deus Ex first. And I'm
that's going to require a lot of your attention and brain space.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sad that I have to return Deus Ex because I have it from GameFly, because I unlocked New Game Plus. I'd love to play through it, with all my Praxis points again. I would love to try for a no-kill and a no-alarm playthrough. I'm fairly sure I can do that at this point. But that would require another... If I'm going to do a no-alarm, that'd probably take me another 20 hours, 25 hours, probably.
Yeah.
So, I'd rather dump that time into
15.
15, yeah. So, Mankind Divided is really good, and proof positive you don't have to play the first one. You can just hop right into the second one, and it's still just as good. But that's all I've been playing, so let's take a break.
Awesome.
Remind me, Knobs, that after we record this, we'll talk some spoiler stuff.
Yeah, not when I'm around though.
Yeah. Also, I didn't realize it's so. I thought it came out last year, so I definitely don't want to spoil. Some later stuff.
No, it's just it was.
I
enjoyed even the way I played it. It was still a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah, because you did a lot of run and gun, right?
Well, I did a lot of sneaking gun.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time to do no kill. Like I just don't care.
Yeah.
So I would find ways in different paths and whatnot to try and funnel enemies towards me, and that's how I moved through that game.
The thing I eventually figured out that worked really well for me is I will sneak and using the tranq rifle, I will get as far away as I possibly can, and then find like a group of 2 or 3 guards, and shoot them with a tranq rifle, not in the head. That's the most important part, but shoot them in like the leg or the butt, and it'll take them a couple seconds, and then they'll start collapsing and fall down. Someone next to them will be like, "Hey, what's going on?" You do the same thing to them, and then the third guy will be like, "Hey, what's going on over there?" And you do the same thing to them, and you can kind of chain a bunch of enemies. We're like, "Hey, what's going on over there?" And then the next thing you know, like 2 minutes later, there's 30 guys just asleep in this room.
See, that was where I got frustrated with the tranking people in that game. Was I would trank one person and figure they were out, and then move along, and then someone else would walk by and pick them back up, and then I got everyone on my tail. I'm like, all right, you guys are done. Lights out.
Yeah, I ran into that problem early on, and then I figured, I think one of the biggest upgrades for me that was really helpful was increasing the range of the radar, and then using the like L1, I guess it would be LB on Xbox One, to scan for all the enemies. And I would just say, all right, there's 5 dudes in here. I have to take out all 5 dudes before I go to the next area, because I'll take out those 5 dudes, and then I will just scour and pick up everything in the environment, like hack all this stuff, and then move on to the next area. So I'm sort of moving like chunk to chunk throughout this environment.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hit the bathroom while he's doing stuff.
Okay. I'll be here. Hi, chat. How's everyone doing? I need to go to the bathroom too, but rather, I'll wait until they're back. Or maybe I'll just hold it. That's probably fine, right? Let's look for more news stories before we keep recording this. No, there are none. What else do we have? Man, I'd love a 4K TV. Wow, there's a Sony 43-inch HD TV, 4K HD TV for $700 right now. Yikes. Man, if only.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So I got these lined pants from Duluth Trading Company.
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, I feel like I'm wearing Kevlar.
Yeah.
Like they are. I mean, I think I could take a knife strike with these things on.
Man.
They're nice.
That's the.
They're like that heavy. They're like that Carhartt type of material.
Oh yeah.
And inside the legs it's fleece lined.
Man, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, not bad for $50 pair of pants.
No, that's pretty good.
Because my last pair, like I had a pair of flannel lined khakis from Old Navy, and I ripped the ass out of them, and I didn't even know until someone pointed it out. And it was like all the way across, like a horizontal one. And I'm like, I don't even know when that happened.
Oh man. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I will be right back.
Yeah, they are pretty heavy duty. They're nice and really comfortable. Hey, buddy. What's going on? That is not the right phone number. Oh, come on. 440. I'm not writing that there. Well, that's a cackle.
Save me, Nubs!
From what? What'd you do?
Save me! Ow!
That is a thick cat.
Game of the year, Rainbow Six Siege.
I just get Baba Booey by a cat.
I just had Lou say Rainbow Six Siege was Game of the Year.
No, 6, 3, 8. Yes, hi. How late are you open this evening? 9:30? Okay, thank you. Bye. Cool.
You too.
You're wearing the shirt of the podcast you're on. Don't be that guy.
Hey man, nobody's gonna get that except for you.
No, a boss is gonna notice that right away.
We'll see.
Okay, hi.
Howdy.
John Connor sent an email.
Thank you, John Connor. I just got it.
we got asked to do another show.
Hey, nice. Congratulations. Okay, I am ready whenever you guys are.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so I gotta figure out a way to get some food here in a bit.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a super long second segment here.
I think I'm gonna go with some lamb Kafka. Okay.
Mexican turkey quinoa. Yeah.
Man, I'd rather eat uncoagulated styrofoam.
Quinoa.
Quinoa is okay. It's hard to cook, though.
Yep. Cook it in a rice cooker. Works like a charm.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Rather have pasta.
Dietary restrictions.
All right. You guys ready?
Ready.
Yep.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for December 5th, 2015. Holy cow, The Last Guardian for the PlayStation 4.
I will believe it when I see it.
Yeah, just in time for everyone's top 10 lists.
I might buy this just out of pure curiosity at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you have
I don't
the
even
PS4.
remember what that game's supposed to be about.
Catbird.
Yep.
Sure.
That's all we know.
Is it a catbird? It looks like a dog bird.
I don't know.
Tomato,
It looks like the
tomato.
luck dragon from
Never-ending
Never-Ending
Story.
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be some DLC.
Yeah. Oh my God, how great would that be? That man, I just made that company a ton of money. All right, Dead Rising 4 for the Xbox One and PC. I am so buying this because I love 3 so much.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this turns out, especially since they removed the time limit.
Yep.
Judging by if that's a real sticking point for the people who played 3, because it really didn't matter.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. It's got more and more accessible, is the polite way of putting it,
Yeah.
since the first one.
Which is good.
I love-
First one was pretty impenetrable.
I love them all, so
Yeah.
bring it on.
Plus, I've covered wars, man.
Yeah.
And Ark Survival Evolved for the PlayStation 4.
Steam's hottest game of 2016. Finally coming to PS4.
I have a more morality problem with that game. I really want to play it. I really do.
Bless you.
Bless you. I refuse to pay $30 for an early access game that's got a $30 DLC already released.
Right.
Ooh.
That's been an issue where people are like, $30 for a really great game, that's fine. And they're like, here you go, DLC, and everyone's like,
Game's not even out yet.
maybe not. Maybe
It's not how
that's
this
it
works.
Yeah.
Maybe keep that under your hat for a month or two.
Or maybe, like, release it?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, let's move on to some news stories. The PlayStation Experience 2016 happened yesterday, and Sony came out with some I was going to say hot bangers, some medium temperature bangers, mostly. Let's cover some of the highlights here. They unveiled Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Looks like it features Chloe Black and some lady from Uncharted 4 that I don't know because I didn't play it. So, unsurprisingly, making more Uncharted games.
Shocker.
Yeah. They showed a little bit of footage from the Crash Trilogy remaster, which looks okay. It looks a little weird. I'm still excited because I like all 3 of the first Crash games.
I did enjoy the first 3 Crash games as well.
Yeah, everything after that is not great. So they picked the good 3, basically. Announced a trilogy of remasters. Parappa the Rappa is getting a 20th anniversary remaster, which makes me feel old as hell.
Oh, no. The game's that old?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Onion Head. No.
Yeah. Patapon, which is a really great game that I think people missed out on because that was only on the PSP, right?
Yes. Yeah, I
Yep.
played that demo like crazy.
I love that game.
Yeah, like it was almost a rhythm style game.
And Loco Roco, which is a really good game that was also on the PSP that people missed out on. Not as much of a game as the other two, but kind of a fun little happy puzzler, I guess is probably the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
A new Marvel vs. Capcom was announced, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is out on PS4. I would like people to remember, before you get excited about the new Marvel vs. Capcom, I think it's called Infinity, remember there's probably not going to be X-Men in it, because it's after the year 2010.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, don't get that excited. It seems like the big thing this time is you can take Infinity Gems and combine them with characters to make them do different things in battles, almost like Power Stone, maybe.
I saw Ryu grabbing the Power Infinity Gem and turning it into the weird dark Ryu / Akuma purple kind of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be kind of neat. Although Marvel vs. Capcom without X-Men seems wrong.
Yeah, you're never gonna get another Berserker Claw.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna have as many deep X-Men cuts, but I'm sure there's gonna be some of those characters there.
Marvel is in a pissing match with Fox right now. They don't. Marvel is
Really?
refusing to use X-Men in anything because they want X-Men back from Fox.
Yeah,
and they're saying, well, these guys are doing it really poorly, but if you give it back to us, we know what to do. We got the good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and then you got them making good deals with Sony.
Yes. Which, hopefully they'll take all that stuff back too. That'd be nice.
Yes.
Sony announced a new Wipeout collection. It looks like they're taking the PS3 and Vita Wipeout games and just kind of smushing them all together. It's Wipeout HD Fury and 2048. It is coming out in summer, and it looks like it's going to be 1080p 60 frames, which...
Oh, that game's good.
It needs to be, but yeah. If it turns out as well as the previous Wipeout game, then I have one more reason to buy a PS4.
Yeah. So
Who would have thought that game would survive this long?
Yeah.
Well, not
that
me.
weird rocket racer.
Yeah.
They closed that studio down so many years ago as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that was Liverpool, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
Represent.
They also announced Knack 2 for some reason. I didn't ask for this, keeping it thematic.
I don't think anyone did. The question is will Knack 2 be on PS Plus free games before Knack 1 is on PS Plus free games?
I've always found that meme funny. People, you don't want to play Knack. It's not good. And Knack 2 looks like it's basically the same thing, but now has co-op, which Misery Loves Company, I think, is probably the game's tagline. So, don't go play that. Instead, you should check out Ni no Kuni. Level 5's Ni no Kuni 2 got a new trailer. Man, that game with the increased power of PS4 looks even more like a moving Studio Ghibli movie. So, looking really good. Grasshopper Games' new game, Let It Die, available now for free. It seems to be a weird, kind of Dark Souls-like game. I downloaded it and I haven't really checked it out.
Which one was Grasshopper?
They were, oh god, Killer 7?
Oh, yeah. I always get confused between them and Platinum.
Yeah. Platinum, yeah. Kind of hot at the same time. Interestingly enough. Lara Croft Go is out now on PS4 and PS Vita. Go check that out. It's really good. Hitman Go and Lara Croft Go are both really good. Lara Croft Go is a bit more puzzly, but Giant Bomb has successfully invested in the future. Windjammers is getting a re-release with multiplayer.
This is insane.
Windjammers is really good. Go play Windjammers. It's probably a great drinking game.
Yeah, Dave Lang has probably got his mitts all over that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's gotta. There's no chance. And the last thing they announced was Last of Us Part 2, which is a really weird title for that game. Although Last of Us 2 probably sounds a little bit stranger.
Not quite The Last of Us?
Yeah, almost the penultimate of us.
I wish it was Last of Us 2 TOO.
Right. We found more survivors. And there was a whole bunch of stuff that was announced sort of off-show. A lot of cool indie games that look really great, but maybe aren't fully formed enough to talk about. But Double Fine announced they're remastering Full Throttle. It looks like it's going to come out for PC and PS4. I really recommend Full Throttle. I feel like most people missed it because it sort of came a little bit late in the LucasArts. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but
catalog.
There we go. But it's really good, and it tells a really interesting and very slow-paced, cool story. And that intro, first shot of that intro is super good. Everything about that intro is super good. Man. Let's talk about another blast from the past. 15 years later, MechWarrior 5 announced. And
I don't know how I feel about this.
Don't worry, it's only single player, which makes me feel a lot better about MechWarrior 5.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, I feel like at this point, they have to put it in VR, right? That has to be a VR game, also.
Yes. I mean, I don't know, I remember, MechWarrior 2, that iconic orange box.
Yep.
And then the I forgot the name of the Frozen one, they came out an expansion pack. And then MechWarrior 3 Mercenaries. I think it was the last one I played, which was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That game was so good. And then they switched to that fast-paced heavy gear.
Oh, yeah, what was that, Mech Assault on the original Xbox?
No, that was a different one. That was Mech Assault. But no, heavy gear was fast-paced, boosting, almost like Zone of the Ender style gameplay.
I'm curious to see what this game turns out to be, but I gotta say, man, if you have a really great video card on your computer, I bet this game is gonna look incredible.
Oh, it has to. That push machines back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were even looking forward in the future because that was one of the only games that had the eyeglass support.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so I feel like that's one to follow. Maybe at the very least, it's important that a new MechWarrior is coming out, and I hope it's good. Because
me too.
It would be nice to introduce more people to how cool MechWarrior was. And MechWarrior 2 has to be unplayable at this point. There's no way.
I don't even know if you could bind the trolls to WASD controls.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that free look, you had to hold a button for free look. So
yeah, because it wasn't. We didn't have mice back then.
Because that was strafing and timing, to hit enemies. Turn your legs, walk, and then slowly kind of get your aim, and then
your top half and bottom half moved independently. GOG doesn't even have MechWarrior. It doesn't look like. So, who knows? Next news story: UK's advertising regulator has ruled that No Man's Sky advertising was not misleading. Oh God!
I read into this. I think they've got away with this on a technicality.
Yeah, the ASA says, quote, "We understood that as No Man's Sky was procedurally generated, player experiences would vary according to what material was generated in the playthrough. As such, we considered consumers would understand the images and videos to be representative of the type of content they would encounter during gameplay, but not generally expect to see those specific creatures, landscapes, battles, and structures." End quote. I mean, yeah, but
I don't want. Don't get me wrong. I don't want Hello Games to crash and burn. I don't think any of the flack that they've received over this game is anywhere near worth it.
Yeah.
But they have kind of gotten away with this on a bit of a loophole.
Yeah.
Because I seem to remember when that trailer came out, when they did the E3 stage demo as well, they got asked about it and they were like, "Oh yeah, we just turned all the numbers up. It's very, very unlikely that you'll ever see all of that stuff on one planet."
Right.
It might happen, but it's a 1 in a quadrillion chance.
Yeah.
But I do think they've kind of escaped this a little bit just on the fact that it's procedurally generated. They've kind of got away with this because the UK is harsh about advertising. If it's not representative, then they will come down on you like a ton of bricks, and you will be punished for it.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that saved them in this case is the fact that it is procedurally generated.
Yeah, I feel like there's two camps can take away a lot of good stuff from No Man's Sky's marketing. One is that fans can. It's a good opportunity to remind yourself to keep your expectations in check for something that hasn't been released yet. I feel like this is proof positive for. It's a reason why Valve just made the rule that you can't have bullshots on your Steam page anymore. It has to be actual game screenshots.
Yeah. How long until that goes into the video as well?
Mm-hmm.
Into the trailers.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really good opportunity for game studios and publishers to be a little bit more introspective about how they market games and try to... You definitely want, as a publisher, you want the hype train to run kind of crazy, but there has to be, at some point, you have to inject some sort of truth into that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, nice to see. Like you said, I don't want to see them crash and burn. I don't really want to see them get raked over the coals. It's basically an early access game that's continuing to get improved, like I said last week. But it would be nice for them to, they went radio silent, but it'd be nice for them to sort of start appearing again and kind of talking at all. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
As long as they keep the community engaged, I think people will follow that game.
Yep. Well, and truthfully, like if you come out and you say, biggest sticking point was there's no real multiplayer. If you would have said that a long time ago, it would have been fine. But
yeah,
people probably would have been upset then, and then not after they dropped $60 and tried to find their friend in the universe. So, I don't know. So, interesting. We'll see if anything more comes out of that. Next news story, there's a Bulletstorm remaster coming on the way from People Can Fly, which thankfully is still studio.
Whoop, whoop. Yes.
First off, it's coming from, this is the first publishing effort from Gearbox Publishing, which I didn't even really realize was a thing that's happening. But if you're going to publish Bulletstorm, that sounds okay. It's going to be called Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, PS4, PC, Xbox One on April 7th. Will launch at the same time, and it has 4K support on PS4 Pro, which will probably look really good. It appears to be 1080p 60 Bulletstorm. There is an add-on that's going to be available. I can't tell if it's really like a pre-order or if you'll be able to get it later, but it's Duke Nukem's Bulletstorm Tour, where you play Bulletstorm as Duke Nukem, and John St. John voices the entire thing as Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, that game's already crazy enough. I can't wait.
If there's a game that Duke Nukem could fit in, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to hear his line when you go in that little circle in the vents, and then you end up. I want to hear what he has to say right there.
Yep. I really hope
Here's the thing, I wish they would make that 2-player co-op, because you're never alone.
Yeah. I really hope that... I hope that this coming back out encourages more people to try it out. If you like crazy games, and you like games where it rewards your skill, Bulletstorm, as crazy as it looks, Bulletstorm is really rewarding of your skill, and it revels in having fun when the crazy comes out. And you might not like the story, that's fine, it doesn't really matter, you can skip it, but the gameplay in that was really solid, and I hope it still holds up.
Oh man, that game played like something I've never played before.
Yeah. And not really again.
Just crafting. And the thing I like that you don't have to, I'm hoping to do multiple playthroughs, you're not stuck, especially some of those achievements where you're very weapon specific, that you don't get those later on in the game, that you're forced to do that at a higher difficulty level towards the end. But to have that full arsenal, because there's guns that I know I really did not exploit very well.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have them long enough.
Yeah. Like the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sniper rifle in multiplayer was great. The drill gun is still one of the best weapons.
Yep.
Only people can fly can make.
Yeah. Just the weirdest weapons you never knew you wanted. And last news story here, circling around a piece of news from recent. Telltale Games has come out and officially announced they are making Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. They put out a teaser trailer that you don't have to watch it, it's nothing. But I thought the thing that I'm most excited about with Guardians of the Galaxy is we'll have 5 more episodes of really great music.
Oh, yeah.
At the very least.
Did you imagine what they're going to pick out for that game?
That might be the thing I'm the most excited about with this game. Is Guardians of the Galaxy will probably offer them a pretty good opportunity to do some cool stuff, but you can fit music from virtually any time period in that game and have it make a lot of sense, and I'm excited for at least 5 cool new tracks.
Yeah.
That from bands I've never heard of.
10 tracks.
That's
You
true.
have the opening and the closing.
And now I'm even more excited. 10 tracks from bands I've never heard of from the 70s.
Almost a CD's worth.
Almost. All right, let's move on to tweets. Actually, we didn't really have any. Sorry. Let's move on to emails. Shark of the Red Sea sends in an email titled Sorta Dreamcast Question. First, I really like that name. That's pretty good. It says, listening to the podcast you guys are talking about Dreamcast, happy memories came flooding in about slaying friends in Soul Calibur 2. Question, Soul Calibur 2 favorite characters? I'll save his answer for a little bit.
Soul Calibur 2 or Soul Calibur?
Soul Calibur 2. I'm assuming he's talking about Soul Calibur, though.
Yeah, because Soul Calibur 2 was on the Xbox and PlayStation 2.
And the answer there is Necro, of course.
No, the answer there is Spawn.
Spawn was...
No, the answer there is Link.
Ugh.
No, Spawn was awesome. The only one in that group that fit into that universe.
It definitely wasn't Heihachi.
No. No. All right, Soul Calibur, Astaroth. Sorry.
That's actually his pick. He says, I always picked Astaroth because I felt like no matter which way an opponent would approach me, my reflexes knew exactly what button to hit to attack before they could touch me. I didn't play much or look up moves, I just knew based on the game's excellent controls. My other favorites were Talim, Voldo, and Nightmare.
Oh no, Mitsurugi.
Mitsurugi's really good.
Mitsurugi had that triple uppercut thing that was almost unblockable.
I feel like Mitsurugi and Voldo both sometimes... like, they came at you so hard, it was like throwing a shark at someone. Like, it's just like, I'm not sure what's happening, but limbs and nunchucks are coming at me, and it's crazy.
Oh, the nunchuck guy, too. Yeah. Man, did I use that guy a lot.
I liked Khalik a lot. He's the one with the staff,
Khalik's
right?
the bow staff?
Yeah. I liked that guy a lot.
He was borderline unfair at times, especially when he does that handstand off the top and the big overhand swing.
Takes like half your life.
Oh my god, the game was good.
Yeah.
But no, Mitsurugi had that one, the 2-button attack where you do the sweep and then the overhead boom, and it would quarter you down.
Yeah.
Very limited experience with Soul Calibur, but it would be Nightmare or Mitsurugi for me as well. Probably Nightmare, to be honest, but that's just because I love playing games with giant dudes.
Yeah, I forgot about Nightmare.
Nightmare was always good. The other one, the human-looking version of him, the heck was his name?
Siegfried?
Siegfried.
Yeah. Can't believe I remember that. Something else just got kicked out of my brain.
I don't think there was a character in that game I did not like to play as. Yeah.
I feel like... I think you're right. There were a couple of characters that weren't really super well balanced. Like Khalik, sometimes Ivy... Sometimes she was a little unfair.
Oh, Ivy, you can get them in like a loop chain. She's unbeatable.
Yeah.
Actually, Ivy's the reason what sold me on that game. That chain sword.
Yeah, where it extends.
Yeah.
Man, that was cool. Yeah. All right, next email here. Jimbo Jangles. Hey, TVGP, Jimbo Jangles here. What's your most anticipated game coming out in 2017? For me, it's a toss-up between South Park, The Fractured But Whole, and Mass Effect Andromeda. I really hope Mass Effect Andromeda is good. They're really not showing much of that game, and it's really starting to worry me.
Well, I saw the gameplay demo or gameplay footage the other day.
It's out in 3 months, and I feel like they're not showing a ton.
It's if it comes out.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, yes, that is something I am really excited for. I'm like you said, I'm excited for the Telltale Guardians of the game because it's a property I really like.
Yep.
And a company that has not let me down yet.
Right.
Which is amazing for the amount of games that are coming out.
Yeah.
The game that I didn't think was going to work was Batman.
Yeah.
And to see what they'll do with the property I really enjoy, I'm really excited. Because they did not let me down with Borderlands.
I think for me, my most anticipated game, just to see what it turns out to be and what it really is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I just it looks so good. I want it to be really great.
Say hello to the first. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I'm actually kind of excited about the God of War game. Don't know why,
I mean,
it
needed a breath of fresh air, and having a different looking Kratos and having a different set of mythology that looks like it's taking it more seriously instead of just being like "Rawr," which is basically what God of War turned into. That makes me feel a lot warmer towards those games. I hope it's good. Those games are fun to play when they're good.
Yeah.
They just got dumb.
4 games for me, I think. He actually nailed 2 of them. Andromeda. I'm glad they're not saying much about it. I want to wait. I want them to come out maybe 2 weeks before it comes out and just be like, okay, here you go. Here's a big trailer. Go pre-order now.
Yeah. Here's your media dump.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're taking the opposite route to stuff like No Man's Sky. Like if they've seen that and thought, well, no, we don't want to get too hyped about it. South Park. It's one of those things where that first game blew me away.
Yep.
The Stick of Truth should not have been as good as it was. That had no right to be as good of a game, as good of a South Park game, as good as well put together as it should have been, or as it was. It had no right to be that good.
For a turn-based RPG that even sucked me in.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so, Fractured Butthole is right up there on my list. Horizon Zero Dawn was the reason number 1 I want a PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Because that game is right up my alley. But to be honest, the game I'm most excited for, and it better come out, and it better not be a Scorpio amped up one for Scorpio, Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Hopefully it's coming out in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still says December 2017.
Yeah, since it doesn't.
So that could be a good miss, but no. All right, so I completely forgot about the Berserk game.
Oh yeah, that's coming out here in
February.
February, yeah. I hope that's good.
Oh my gosh, I don't care if it's bad. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
I really don't. That game, even if it falls on its face, I will probably defend it just because of it's a Berserk game.
Yeah.
And I love Berserk.
You get to cut stuff up with Guts' sword. How can you go wrong? All right, let's talk about our last email here. It looks like it came in from John Connor 333 from the community. Have you ever had an update that ruined a game that you were in love with? Titanfall 2 was my game of the year so far until recently. Beforehand, they hid my stats when it came to KD ratios, which had me become more of a team player and helping destroy Titans while I was a pilot. They recently added a patch that has disappointed me, even if it is my own personal fault. Now I can see all my stats. Good news is that my KD ratio is very high for me. Bad news was that I became obsessed with my stat, and my game is starting to suffer. A good game feels bad again because I feel like my teamwork is being placed on the back seat, along with my obsession causing me to play worse. Anyways, that's the only game I've experienced disappointment and update. What about you? Keep up the good work.
That's an interesting case study.
Yeah. I've never thought about like, hey, did I really like this game? And then they just dropped one patch, and it just I turned on it. I don't know.
I think that's fascinating with the KD statistic.
Yeah,
now
actually
that you can
surfacing
see it,
those numbers.
You tend to play for yourself.
What's really interesting is my wife gets really bummed out when we play Destiny because I get a lot more headshots than she does. So when we finish an encounter, it looks like I did way better than she did. Like, I'll have 100 kills and she'll have 40. But that's just because I got, like, the killing blow on the enemies. But whenever we have an encounter that also shows assists, her assists are, like, triple my numbers because we're teaming up on the enemies. I get the kill, but she softened them up. And it's interesting. She feels way better about the games where she can see the number of assists versus where her number just incorrectly looks low.
Yeah, where it's like I don't look completely worthless helping out, which is why like we play a lot of modes like Conquest, where you can still score points and not get the kills.
Yeah, if you're just going around helping people, you're still helping the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife is the same way in Rocket League. Like, she is an exceptional goalkeeper, and she gets basically 0 points for it because she's pushing so far up the field that any ball that comes into our half, she's hitting it straight back towards their goal. And she might get centered or whatever, but she doesn't get saves because she's not close enough to the goal to get the save thing. So her stats just say 0 goals, 0 shots, 0 assists or whatever. And it's like, no, she's got like 400 points because she's constantly keeping that ball away from the goal by being on the ball about it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about this guy's question here, and I don't know if I can think of, because I don't play a lot of games like Minecraft or Terraria or any of these real crafting games that I feel like it hinges so strongly on
the version control
update. And I feel like there's probably been an update or two in Destiny that really bummed me out like that, where it's just some weapon balancing, but I'm kind of a goldfish with Destiny patching, so I don't remember.
Oh, weapon balancing. Dude, the Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah?
Every time they patch that game, I feel like it's worse.
Yeah. You actually nailed
it wasn't that good to begin with.
Yeah.
Minecraft and Terraria. Both times, huge updates come out, and I just lose all steam for it because it's like, all this new stuff. And then a lot of times it's, if you want the new stuff, then you've got to start a new world. And it's like, no, I've already spent 46 hours building this castle and this little village. I don't need to restart it all again just so I can get, like, eggs or
That's
whatever.
How they keep you, Moon.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, my wife's got, like, 600 hours in that game, so...
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
But I would say probably franchise updates that ruin the game. I mean, I would say probably Unreal Tournament 3.
Yeah.
Really jumped the shark for me.
Yeah. But I can't think of many that have been, like, patch specific. A lot of the times they do help. The Gears patch doubled up the credits and Classic XP you were earning. Generally speaking, they're usually a good thing.
I feel like the majority of the time I get upset with that sort of stuff is when a game goes unpatched. Like, it has some glaring issues or it has a horrible bug I keep running into, and they never resolve the issue at all. Like, I feel like that's when I get more upset than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a really good question. I had not thought of that before. And that's all of our emails, apparently, because I closed it out, so we must be done. Thank you very much for listening to the episode. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Just send all that stuff throughout the week. I will keep it and I will save it. Everything else is on the right-hand side of the page.
And don't forget to join the forums. Please mark yourselves on the map. Join us for our game nights. Monday night, 10 p.m. at EST on the Xbox One. Maybe Gears, maybe a little Battlefield 1. Who knows? Just you guys show up and find out.
On that front, I'm going to try and start a party thing on the clubs for the Xbox One, where basically it sets a reminder for me, and it'd be like, okay, I want to start a party for Gears of War Horde, and then anybody who's interested can say they're interested, and then they will get a dashboard message saying time is close for you to start playing this game.
So go join the TVGP club.
I'm going to try and start doing that more often for the TVGP on Xbox One.
All right. Well, Tuesday's Destiny, Wednesday night's Rocket League, both on the PlayStation 4. Thursday Steam game night. One of these days we're going to do it. It's got a designated night for
2020 is our day
for 4 years now. So and then just find us on the weekend. Let's hoard it up.
Don't forget, you can watch the show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, That Video Game Podcast on YouTube. Also find us on Hitbox and Beam. If there's anywhere else you want to watch us and listen to us, let us know. I will get it set up. And we'll see you all next week.
Oh, rare achievements.
All right, I have 4 titles. One of them isn't in the running, but I'll read it anyways. Moon, do you have any?
I have a lot.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Market estimates are up. Explosive headshots are amazing. Mark that as rare. Kratos. Guilty Gear Thumb. Forgot to finish that. Monday Night Road Trip. Upgraded my jumpy legs and almost The Last of Us.
Man, almost The Last of Us is pretty good. I have The Love of Horde, Pinpacks 3.0, which unfortunately we can't do because of last week. I couldn't bring The Madness, which is one I really like, and Legendary Linda.
Come on. Legendary Linda's so good.
I'd be okay with that one.
It really is good.
All right, I'll circle it. I like it. It's got the alliteration this show loves.
Oh, yeah.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 476 for December 5th, 2016. Legendary Linda.
All right.
All right. All right. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We really appreciate it. We hope you see. We'll see you next week as we are wrapping up the year. We only have 2 more episodes before we go on break. Don't forget, shows will continue to be updated, but no live streams at the end of the year. But we'll let you know when that gets closer. But we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.